So we're going to talk about crime again in this episode, just like the last one about MLK Jr. And this time it's California. And we all know California is a breeding ground for criminals. And it's the home of the most woke prosecutors in the entire United States of America. Crime there is out of control. Mayors, the governor, and of course the President of the United States do not care what happens as long as it's not happening to one of their own. So if you're a local business owner and you get robbed, oh well, it's on you. You have insurance, rebuild, do what you have to do. Well, one business owner is fed up with the Democrats being so weak that they allow this to happen non-stop.
And caught on camera at a local construction company in LA's Glassell Park. Several thieves are involved, and tonight that owner tells us he's frustrated.
This whole strip has been broken into. Our neighbors have been broken into 4 times. These guys just got broken into 2 months ago. What are we supposed to do? We're a small construction company.
Ryan Bagley, the latest victim on this Glassell Park street, to get burglarized by several thieves. So many, it's hard to count. As you watch them file into and out of Bagley's business, Delta Construction and Electric.
They smashed into our gate over there, smashed our gate into here. 15 dudes come pouring in.
Delta security cameras capturing the destructive mayhem about 5 a.m. Wednesday morning. The getaway car, this blue Kia Soul, Bagley says was stolen from LAPD's impound yard.
The cops just knew that it was from the LAPD impound because of the chalk mark on the window.
That Kia Soul taking out a gate so the hooded suspects could make entry.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Inside, they took whatever they could carry, including music equipment. Bagley and his brother, former band members, stored inside. You can hear the alarm and spot a guitar.
Stole 6 of our guitars, a bunch of studio mics and stuff like that. Rustled some stuff out, some construction on our construction side. They stole a bunch of tools.
Thousands of dollars worth of valuables, demolished doors and gates. Bagley says the alarm company woke him at 5:03 a.m. when the break-in was still underway, and he managed to get there even before cops. But the suspects were gone.
I came in ready to rustle them out of there and just be like, you know, I wanted to at least take down a few of them.
His business now boarded up, and Bagley is fed up with the break-ins and elected officials.
I voted for Karen Bass, I voted for Biden, I voted for Gavin Newsom. I'm sick of it. It's like at some point you have to give me a reason to vote for you again. Or just do our jobs, make a living, help our employees make a good living, and move on. But it's really freaking different.
And there you have it. That man is fed up. These people, they come in groups, droves. I say gangs, but gangs is a bad word today. You have to call them groups of people, not a gang. They were a group of criminals, a gang of criminals. They took the time to back a car through the gates of this man's business, and then the rest of the pack came around the corner to break in that building and steal whatever it was they could. They stole musical instruments. They stole microphones on top of whatever else they were able to get their hands on. And you heard the owner of the business. He voted for Karen Bass, the woke Democrat mayor of Los Angeles. He voted for Gavin Newsom, the woke governor of California. And he voted for Joe Biden, the woke president of the United States. My guess is that man will never, ever in his lifetime vote for another Democrat because they talk such a good game on the campaign trail that they're going to fight crime. They're going to put more police on the street. They're going to stop the madness that goes on in the cities. And when they get elected, they do the absolute opposite. They don't care that crimes are being committed. They don't prosecute criminals. They slap them on the wrist and then they send them on their way to commit more crime. We see it in San Francisco every single day. Business after business are shutting down and leaving the area. People are allowed to go into stores and rob them as long as they steal under $900 worth of merchandise. Because if they do, they'll only be charged with a misdemeanor, and the cops can't be bothered. The stores don't even call the police anymore because they know they're not going to do anything to these criminals. And I'm a 100% supporter of law enforcement. But the cops have to show up. And when they do, they find out how much was stolen. Well, it's only a misdemeanor. We're not going to go look for them. Why? Because that's what our bosses tell us. That's what the leaders of the city tell us. We can't go look for these criminals unless they steal over a certain amount of money. And businesses are closing. People are losing jobs. And this man in LA, who knows how much those guitars were worth? They could have been very valuable guitars. And these gang of kids, what are they going to do with it? They're either going to smash it, or they're going to sell it for a few dollars, or just dump it somewhere. They steal because they know they're going to get away with it. They're not looking for something that they could keep. They're just looking to commit crimes because it's an adrenaline rush to them. And they know that if they get caught, they're going to get slapped on the wrist and they're going to go back on the street. And Karen Bass, who was so pro-police and so anti-crime, woke, does nothing, has done nothing since she was elected mayor. And of course, a good old Gavin Newsom, who we all know is going to end up on the presidential ballot in 2024. And God forbid if that clown becomes the president. I've said this so many times. You think the United States is bad now. Imagine a Gavin Newsom or a Kamala Harris or even a Hillary Clinton or a Michelle Obama. We all know those names are out there. Clinton's doing all her interviews. Newsom's on a whirlwind press tour. Michelle Obama's name comes up periodically now because they all know Joe Biden's not going to make it to the finish line. If we end up with one of the people I just mentioned, we all might as well just pack it in because we're not going to have anything. We're going to be poor. Everything is going to be still going to be expensive. Crime's going to be rampant the way it is now. They're not going to stop it. But you know who can stop it and who won't? All the woke celebrities of today. They're all going to move out of the United States if Trump gets reelected. Robert De Niro, Cher, Miley Cyrus. The list goes on and on. I'm not even going to give them the attention, if you will, of mentioning any more names. But these people talk such bullshit. They were all going to leave the country when Trump ran in 2016. And where are they? Right back in their mansions in California. But now, because they know Joe Biden does nothing, they know Joe Biden makes no policies, makes no decisions, all of a sudden they're scared because Donald Trump may be the Republican nominee for 2024. So they're all going to leave the country again. Well, how about this? Why don't you stay in the country and use your influence and your millions and millions of dollars to make sure policies get changed. Make sure people are elected who will fight crime and prosecute crimes and not let stores get robbed day in and day out in liberal states like California. See, the celebrities don't care because they're all guarded by armed security and they're behind their iron gates. They could care less about the small business owner. All they care about, Donald Trump is a criminal, Donald Trump's a lunatic, we're leaving the country. That's all well and good, and you want to leave, go ahead, because no one gives a shit. But think about the good that some of these celebrities could do if they just owned up to the truth. And the truth is, Democrats are bad for our country. Their policies are bad. They don't care about the average citizen. They don't care that people are broke, trying to buy groceries, trying to pay mortgages, car payments, and what have you. They don't care because they're all millionaires. But they could do so much good with their power of celebrity and the money they have to make sure good people are elected. And they won't do it because they're going to remain on the woke side. And they just like to go out there every chance they get and make their speeches of how bad Donald Trump is, and he's the wants to be a dictator, and the Democrats are great, and they're running the country great, and everything that's happening since Biden was elected is because of Donald Trump. They still say that today. Donald Trump is at fault for everything that's happened from 2020 until now. They will blame Joe Biden for nothing when we all know that our country is literally going down the toilet. The Biden administration and the Democrats in charge care about one thing. They care about spending money on woke ideology, spending money to take care of certain groups of people, and making sure that criminals aren't convicted, because after all, they're people too, and they're just confused. That's the America we live in today. And it's going to continue until someone steps up to the plate and fixes it. So now the man in LA has to go through his insurance to fix his business. He'll never recover what was stolen. So he can only hope that he gets some money from his insurance company to fix the damage. And the politicians don't care. He's just one of many who have been robbed, and they don't care. The police can't do anything unless their superiors and the people above them let them do their job. The average cop on the street today, he's handcuffed by the powers that be, because God forbid you do your job and do it right. But they don't want that. They want wokeness to rule, and everybody else can go fuck themselves, basically. Okay? They care not about the average person. They don't care about their constituents, their residents. They care about themselves, and enough is enough. And I'm so tired of talking about it, but that's all we see. Woke DAs, woke mayors, governors, presidents, you name it, the United States has it, and we're nothing more than a laughingstock for the entire world. They point the finger at us and say, look at Joe Biden. He's destroying America. And that's absolutely true. And that's it. So thanks for tuning in. Share this video with someone. I'd appreciate that. Hope everybody's healthy and safe. Have a great day.